I did do it all wrong. Let's try this again. Welcome everyone to this supercast. This, of course, is Blurred Force One. I'm your boy Mo. This is a very informal supercast, I might say. We're doing a nerd and chill stream, and that's why everything's all kind of real casual here today. So welcome in. If you're here from the YouTube, thanks for being here. If you're here on the Discord and you don't mind being on screen, jump into the live chat. We are on the general voice channels. If you want to get in there, if you want to leave a comment, talk, just shoot the breeze. That's what we're here for today. It's gonna be real light. Even though this is Supercast, I do have to do some news because some things happened this week, but it's a holiday week, so not a ton. And we're gonna do our normal thing of talking about the nerdy things we've done and nerding on a budget, all that good stuff. But other than that, I got some cool discussion topics. We could play games, whatever floats y'all's boat or floats my boat, really. So I hope you guys enjoyed your Thanksgiving. If you're American and you have your Thanksgiving, if you're Canadian and you celebrated 1 month too early, sorry, but still welcome in. And everybody else who doesn't do Thanksgiving, that's cool too. We're chilling. I did, of course, celebrate Thanksgiving, but now it's time for Christmas. That's why I got this, Baby Yoda Christmas shirt on and this very festive hat. And, I was so full of turkey and dressing and all the sides and everything yesterday. I was like, am I going to be able to get over the tryptophan in time for this stream? But, we're here. So before I get into talking about the news, what did I do nerdy this week? And also, shout out to my normal podcasting partner Polly, who is traveling right now, couldn't be here with us. That's okay. That's perfectly all right. Because we'll try to have fun despite that. I will represent all the Reed hate and the pro Doom propaganda that I can. I won't do it justice, but I'll try to hold up I'll try to hold that flag high so that it flaps in the wind. So anyway, what I've been up to that's nerdy this week. It's actually not a ton. I cook during Thanksgiving, and so like literally Tuesday night and Wednesday morning, Wednesday during the day, I was cooking. Did not watch a single nerdy thing. I did finish watching Stranger Things season season 4 in anticipation of Stranger Things season 5. I have not watched it yet. So no spoilers. I plan to start watching it tonight. Just yesterday was not the day for it, and Wednesday wasn't because I was working. But I do plan to get into that. I'm seeing a lot of cool stuff, though. People seem to really like the first 4 episodes of this season. People have complained about the rollout. Why couldn't you just drop it all at once? Netflix is trying things. They've decided that regular TV viewing week to week is not their thing, but dropping all at once isn't their thing either. So they're doing this little hybrid model. I mean, okay, we got to wait a month between drops, basically. And the final episode is about a week after the second drop, so it's fine. But people seem to be liking what's going on, and I'm ready. I'm going to go watch that after I get off the stream, actually. Besides that, I did do some nerding on a budget. Just because, it's that time of the year. As I mentioned before, Ross is my go-to store, but other places have cool stuff. Amazon's got a Black Friday sale that's actually kind of good. If you don't mind, giving your money to the evil empire, they got some good stuff, I think. I have ordered some things. They have not arrived, obviously, because I just ordered them, but I'm expecting them in the next few days. I will talk about those when they arrive, which should be within a week, I think. But in the meantime, Ross has been, unfortunately, for nerding on a budget, has been very lackluster. I actually haven't gotten I got some Star Wars action figures. That was cool. I got the He-Man ones. Have not gotten a Marvel Legends or a DC Multiverse all season. Like the last Marvel Legends I got, man, that was back in October. And just, I thought we would be getting a lot more of it. It's not happening. I do have to, get back to checking it every day because there's a Ross near where I work. So I can just stroll in there once today and see what's up. But so far, very slim pickings. That said, there has been stuff. It's been pretty cool, in my opinion. Um, it's also a bit of a chore. It's going to be a bit of a chore to enjoy these things. But I'm going to celebrate them anyway because they're cool. So this is something I got. I believe this is $8. I want to say $8. So I got what is it? A Darth Vader 40 puzzle. It's kind of similar. You can't really see. Let me see if I can get out the way. There's a Spider-Man like right there that I put together, very similar to that. So I thought that was cool. $8. I think it was $8. It might have been $7. Whatever. For this, I also believe this is $5. A little classic Batman regular puzzle, not 4D. I think that looks pretty cool. I'm definitely gonna put it together. I actually, when I find a cool puzzle like that, I will put it together, paste it, permanently together, and then frame it. I have several of those. Also, another 4D puzzle. This is really cool. This was $8. I think this was a steal. So I got an Infinity Gauntlet. So it's, again, a display item. It's going, as you can see, it's pretty big. It's bigger than the one I just had, the Darth Vader one. So I anticipate this is going to be a really good display item. It's 142 pieces. It might take a minute to put it together, but I really like these. I'm actually kind of getting into those. I just wish I had a little more display space for it. Because, you see everything behind me. I have room, but I don't really have room. You can't really see. I have a shelf over here that could accommodate it. Let me see if maybe I can show it to you. I have a shelf over here that could accommodate it, but I'm not sure yet. I'm still deciding because I've got to put up all of my Star Wars figures and my Master of the Universe figures, and I got some Lightyear from the Lightyear movie. I got some of those figures that need to go up. So I'm not really sure what to do with them just yet. I don't have unlimited space. But I definitely want to display that Infinity Gauntlet. That's really cool. And it'll go well with, I have, my sister bought me a mug that's Infinity Gauntlet, like inspired. So it would go really well there. So the other things I got this week for nerding on a budget, these were $13 each, which is about half off of what they cost list price on Amazon. Now, I like collecting board games. I don't play them a ton, if ever, but I do like collecting them, especially if they're superhero related. So I found two of these. This is Marvel United. It's a card game, miniature game, or something like that. This one is Spider-Geddon themed. So this is not the original base set. This is a expansion, I guess, but it's standalone too. So you have, as you can see right there, you got cards, you got little figures. It's something like that. I believe, I forget who was it, Sean MS 1982 on Threads, and said that they were good. And so I was like, okay, cool. And maybe I'll figure out and learn how to play these things. That said, I do have the other one. I have the X-Men expansion. I like the cover art on these too. And as you can see, more cards, more miniatures. I don't know if it's collectible, but it's, it's something. I think it's something that would be cool to have if you just, want to have something superhero themed, and it looks good. I mean, I love the box art so much that I could just set it up on a shelf and let it chill. So, but I'm gonna try to check that out soon. I may even unbox that and see what's going on inside of one of those today. Again, we're freewheeling. We're doing kind of whatever today, whatever is fun or interesting to people. And I'm actually gonna minimize, see if. All right, so we're still chilling out here. So that's my nerding on a budget. Like I said, I do plan to watch Stranger Things. I do plan to I'm trying to remember the other thing. I'm gonna start. I think I want to watch Violent Night. I was intending to rewatch that. That is getting a sequel, so I really want to get into the season, but also in like kind of a less conventional way. And I believe I need to speed run the Ultimate Marvel comics because my Marvel Unlimited is going to run out in about, I don't know, about 5 weeks. So I need to speed run those and get as far as I can. Um, so that's all of my nerdy stuff. So let's and we don't have any comics really to talk about. I didn't talk about any comics. I didn't read any comics this week. So let's just talk about some news. So not a ton of news again, as I said this week, but we do have some. So first, Chadwick Boseman, as we talked about in previous weeks, was scheduled to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and that ceremony did happen last week. And there's video of this. I couldn't watch it. I watched clips of it. It was Ryan Coogler giving his thoughts. Angela Bassett. I just, Kevin Feige was there. I chose not to do that to myself because, look, Chadwick Boseman, we always know, we talk about it, his impact on the nerd community, black community, just in general, what type of person he was, his legacy. Obviously, he was T'Challa, a huge character. We didn't see nearly enough because of his illness that took him away from us. And so I was very happy, and Polly was too, that he was getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And so they did the ceremony. I just really reason why I want to highlight it, just understanding the impact of Chadwick Boseman, on us as the fan and everything, but also he had a bunch of friends and creative partners who also feel his loss, and that is in part why Wakanda Forever is such a personal project for Ryan Coogler. So I was I thought that was a really nice little thing. If you got the if you have the ability to get through that without being a bawling mess, have at it. But I can't do it. I'm just glad that it happened and that they celebrated someone whose legacy is not there's not a lot of movies, but is very impactful anyway. Also, Brendan Fraser was being interviewed because he has a new movie called Rental Family out, but he was asked about the canceled Batgirl project, where he was going to be Firefly, who was the main villain that Batgirl was going to be facing. And of course, DC was bought by Discovery, and they shelved it for tax reasons, so we'll never see it. But I think Brendan Fraser has. I mean, obviously he's an actor. He's been in the game a while. He's got good humor about it, and good humor in the sense that he's not mad. He's just kind of disappointed. So his words were, this is the quote. He said, "The tragedy of that is that there's a generation of little girls who don't have a heroine to look up to and go, she looks like me." Michael Keaton came back as Batman, the Batman. The content is being commodified to the extent that it's more valuable to burn it down and get the insurance on it than to give it a shot in the marketplace. With respect, we could blight itself. Which, I get. Pretty much, we've been kind of beating this drum for a while, especially since, David Zaslav came in and was canceling shit left and right and, getting the tax write-offs. Disney has done the same, I think even Paramount has done the same. They're just, fully completed, paid for product. They even said it right there, product entertainment products canceled, shelved. No one will see it. Maybe the people that made it, but no one else will see it because they want to get a tax write-off for it because they don't believe that it'll be actually successful on the market. And I don't think he's not wrong. It becomes less about art. And, look, movies and TV are always about making money. That's just the truth. But they also have to be about the art, like making good things that people want to see, or just trying to make the best thing possible. And the idea is, I think it's weird to incentivize not doing shit as opposed to doing shit. you're incentivized to not put things out rather than actually put them out. Depending on how much you spend on them, maybe you'll lose less money if you don't put it out rather than just getting the tax incentives for it. That's a strange way for a tax system to work. And I'm sure somebody with a good understanding of business can probably explain it to me like I'm five and tell me why it's better for the government to, pay, at least foot the bill, I guess you will, for a product that this company gambled on, then decided it wasn't worth the gambling. Instead of eating the cost or, putting it out there and eating the cost, instead they get basically subsidized by the government for not putting it out. It's really, really weird. So explain, if you know why that is, explain that to me. Because I don't. I don't get it. I don't get it in the sense that it doesn't make sense to encourage shelving projects. I also think that his talk about commodification, it's just true. Because these people, all they talk about is IP, IP, IP. It's never about the art. It's never about, it's never about the aesthetics or anything like that. It's always just IP. Can we sell it or can't we sell it? Again, I understand this is a business. You got to make money. Which suggests to me that, maybe do a better job picking what you're going to invest in the first place. And he also touches on, I think, something that is not lost, but is talked over in this whole thing, which is that the whole idea of what gets invested in the first damn place. Simu Liu was talking about, Asian representation in Hollywood and how it's backsliding, which is true. So is representation of other minorities in general, but Asians for sure. And it's pretty much just because, he was saying, a guy can lose to a white man can lead a film that loses $200 million. You can do it multiple times and still get work, get a shot. But if you're not that, you gotta even if you're successful, you're still struggling to get on, and it's very true. And that kind of speaks to what Brendan Fraser was talking about, which is that this was a character. She's a black Latino character that was going to be, basically a brown superhero, a brown female superhero, and they canceled it. And now this representation is all gone. And that's kind of the reality of this kind of, this environment where risk aversion is, ruling the day, and the political environment. It's a combination of all of that. That means that, minority representation is just going to take a hit. And I think Batgirl is maybe not the canary in the coal mine, but it definitely was a signal that they were going to go this direction. So I hate that. I do want to see this movie. Probably will never. Even if Paramount buys them, they're not going to put it out it's not going to be because of money. It's going to be because, it's going to be because of ideological things. So either way, Brendan Fraser, you're a real one. Thanks for just putting him on blast. So moving on to Aaron Paul talking about why he's not returning to Invincible. Now in season 3 of Invincible, I forget the name of the character. What's it? Powerplex. He played a guy who empowered himself basically with technology to fight Invincible because he blamed Invincible for the death of his sister and niece, and wanted to make him pay. And he's just very damaged. His story is very tragic. It ends in a not so great way. And Invincible, he's a foe for Invincible. Now I'm not sure in the comics. I didn't get far enough. I'm not sure if he continues to be a foe for Invincible, but he does basically do a lot of damage. But he's not a real threat to Mark. Mark can take it and whoop his ass, but he's just a very tragic character. But Aaron Paul says he's not coming back for it. And it's not because disagreements or anything, or even the euphemism for creative differences. It's really because he's like, I can't mentally do this. I can't stay in that space because it's too much, and I get it. Uh, Powerplex is such a tragic character, but also kind of a mentally unstable character, and he's drowning and wallowing in grief and using it to power himself. Not literally, but keep himself going and to justify the things he does. And so I get it. That's a tough mental space to be in, to inhabit, especially because all of the acting is done with your voice and nothing with your face or body or anything like that. So he's just like, nah, I'm good. I'm not gonna do this again. It's too hard on me. Um, I can respect that. And to be perfectly honest, I thought Powerplex's story, how much more could you do with it? I mean, it's a guy who literally can't beat Invincible. He just can't. He's got some power. He can definitely cause problems. And he got him mad on for Invincible that he doesn't blame himself. He blames Invincible, even though a lot of the shit that happens, a lot of the tragedy that befalls him, kind of his fault. Not all of it. Obviously, the death of his sister and his niece. That was that was not Mark. It was Omni Man, but still, I think it's probably for the best because again, where else are you gonna go with that character? So next thing, and this was a good one. I wish Polly was here because she's not just a Reed Richards hater. She actually really doesn't like Rob Liefeld. Who can blame her? Look, I will tell you, I really loved Liefeld's work back in the '90s when I was 12. Um, I liked X Force a lot. I was like, it was so, Cable's the coolest person in the world with big muscles and weird looking legs and big padded vests and sci-fi guns and shit like that. Cool. Love that. But I was 12. That's many years, it's decades ago. As I've gotten older, I realize he's just okay at drawing. He's just okay at storytelling too. He's not just the words, but also the actual art of telling stories with in the comics medium. And of course, there's the long running joke of you can't draw feet and whatever. And Polly would tell you can't draw any anatomy correctly. Also, shout out to Joe Muscle in the Multiverse. Did a whole video about all the times when he did weird ass shit, drawing shit. And there's that one damn picture of Captain America. He did a cover, awful. I have to be honest, I don't understand what editor signed off on it because it's a fucking terrible cover. It's a terrible, stupid looking cover, and the man got paid for it. Mainly on his name. If he had been a no name, no way in hell they'd let that slide. It's the worst. So, of course, I forgot. He has a podcast too. Now, we've talked in the past where he's been shitting on Marvel for a while because he's felt disrespected. Like I think the Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah, the Deadpool and Wolverine premiere, he felt disrespected for reasons. And I think it's because somehow he didn't get invited to some after party. It was something stupid. And so he's been kind of talking shit, directly and indirectly about Marvel for a while. And he has this podcast now too. I don't know anyone that listens to it, but he's doing it. But he basically was, talking about the VFX on, what was it, on Fantastic Four, and he said, looks so fake the Marvel FX fell off a cliff. Which is hilarious because most of the criticism of Rob Liefeld is that his art is trash. I'm not gonna say it's the worst I've ever seen, but he's got some. He should do some remedial lessons. I'm just saying, there's some work to be done. How you be accused of not being able to draw feet for 30 odd years, damn near 40. I mean, like, what am I thinking about? For damn near 40 years. How you be accused of that for damn near 40 years and then don't fix it? Like, because I believe Liefeld started drawing professionally in the late 80s. So we're, like I said, we're going up on 40 years. And the jokes about him and feet has been a thing for at least 30 some, 30 odd years. How you not good at it? It's wild. If you knew you sucked at feet, why not take a whole fucking month to get right? Whatever. But it is ironic that somebody whose art skills are questionable at best, um, talking shit about the art skills of other people who are working on a multi $100 million plus $200 million film. Really, really wild. Um, so that would be enough to talk about, just the ridiculousness of that. But Ralph Ineson, who, now mind you, this picture was talking about the VFX on Galactus. So Ralph Ineson on Twitter clapped back, and all he said was rent free. That's his response. Like he quoted it and said rent free. Uh, in other words, meaning, oh, we're living rent free in your head. We're just up here. That's all you're just thinking about us, giving us shine or whatever, because you can't just leave it alone. Which I think that's a nice succinct one without getting into mixing it up with the guy. And it's interesting that Ralph Ineson knows who the hell Rob Liefeld is. Or does he? Maybe he just saw this shit and was just like, bitch, let me tell you something. If he does know who Rob Liefeld is, this is a second, a multi-layered clapback. If he doesn't, it's even funnier because he's like, I don't know who you are, random ass person, but we're living rent free in your head. And I thought that was a fun little thing. Ralph Ineson, you're a real one. A lot of Rob Liefeld haters love to see it. I saw a bunch of people on my feed down with that. I just think it's funny. I'm like, Rob Liefeld, first of all, how you still getting work? But second of all, just like tighten up. This wouldn't even be a thing if you would just be on your game. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, our other news, which is, I want to talk about. I've been ranting about this for a while. When I first, in fact, I may have even said some shit about it a year or two ago when it became clear that, Discovery was just in the house flipping business when it came to HBO and Warner Brothers. And I was not enthused at the leadership of David Zaslav and his Discovery crew and how they've been treating Warner Brothers. Now, that being said, there have been good stuff. They got James Gunn, Sinners was a thing, Weapons, all they've done some stuff. So I'm not saying they're completely bad, but I've never been really high on the leadership of Zaslav and Discovery. But when I realized that they were probably going to flip Warner Brothers, I became a little more. I was like, good, because I don't like what they're doing. But on the other hand, who's going to buy them? And because, look, this media consolidation is bad. Just bad. It's bad because less competition, less choices. Prices are going to be weird. The consolidation of creative endeavors is bad. You can see that with when Marvel, not Marvel, but when Fox and Disney got merged, they're going to make less projects. When the studios are separate, they'll make more projects. So I don't love this idea. I like even less the idea. We talked about last week. The three leading contenders to buy Warner Brothers are all terrible. There's not no good one there. Like I already think all the corporations are terrible anyway. But we, going on the least bad scale. I mean, it's Paramount, it's Netflix, and it's Comcast, and none of those are good for various reasons. Um, Paramount's bad because this is the right wing attempted takeover of media. You know, specifically to gain, like if they got it, they would gain control of CNN. So you're talking about Paramount. So CBS and CNN. CBS is already under a right wing takeover with Barry Weiss as the new leader of their news section, and with the Ellisons owning Skydance, so as they own, and owning Paramount. So they are already, they're consolidating media power. Media power is hella important in this world and in this landscape. So that's bad. They are talking about, yeah, we'll keep James Gunn, but there's, the thumb is going to be on the scale about what's made, why it's made, who gets to a star, who gets money here and there. It already is, but it's going to be more ideologically driven than it ever has been. And I don't love the prospect of one of my favorite studios, DC Studios, being in the hands of Trump cronies. I mean, I already expect most of the executive level people at these studios are, they're probably Republicans because that's just the way it works in this country. Really rich people are generally conservative, but they're outright, straight up cheerleaders. So you would have basically two news networks that are going to be, all propaganda all the time. Don't tell me I'm wrong. I mean, Fox News exists. So that's bad. Netflix is bad because, yeah, they're a bit agnostic, maybe right leaning, but mostly agnostic about the politics bit. But they are horrible when it comes to theatrical. God awful, because they don't give a shit about theatrical. They care about driving people to their platform. So if they own an actual, a major film studio whose lifeblood is the theatrical experience, how are they going to manage it? I think they're going to fuck it up. Personally, right now they're not a theatrical distribution company, but they do theatrical distribution here and there to kind of hype up their major things. But most of their shit is just straight to streaming. And look, can you imagine all of Warner Brothers going straight to streaming? Terrible. Now, they're not going to do that because the economics of it is bad. If you try to do $200 million films only on streaming, which, mind you, Netflix has done, you try to do it only on streaming, it's a money loser, straight up. $200 million, like, what was it? The Gray Man was $200 million. Red One, $200 million. No fucking reason to do that. Just from my economics perspective. I'd even say from a creative standpoint, Netflix, they are not arbiters of good shit. They're not, at least they're not good at it. For every good thing that they have, that they finance, that their studios make, there's like 3 that are whatever, and 2 that are just straight up bad. Which I don't think is a good track record. But it doesn't matter because they're just spewing stuff onto their streaming platform, and it doesn't matter. They're just, they're playing a numbers game. I don't love that. I don't want DC Studios to be in that system. Hell, I don't want things like Sinners having to be in a system like that. I don't think that's a good idea. If whoever owns this studio, they need to be committed to theatrical. And not only that, they need to be committed in such a way that it's, that they strengthen the theatrical experience, not cater to the fucking streaming service. I mean, that's what the whole, if any, they'd be better if, they got Warner Brothers TV, cool. then because TV is kind of a lifeblood of Netflix, but it's not good. Comcast Universal is, I don't even know if I want to say least bad. They have the political problem too. It will be consolidating instead of CBS. It will be consolidating NBC, MS Now, and then CNN, which, let me just tell you, would mean that one of them, they would just merge the two, CNN and MS Now, into one thing. It might ideologically be center left, but I still don't think that's good. The consolidation of all of this news into one place, bad. It's just trust me. Like, look at the way news has been in the last 30 years because of consolidation. It's gonna get more tribal and a lot more. They're gonna do, because it's entertainment. They're just gonna do these little round tables, and they'll have on the worst people possible. I think there's no independence. I don't love it. Now Comcast could own WB, and then the thing about that's good about them is they will be committed to the theatrical experience. They would fold in Warner Brothers TV into their art. They have Universal. Universal does TV also, so they would fold it all in. That would just mean there'd be less stuff. Why would they make the same amount of shows that they make for one studio and the other studio when they can just combine them and then cut it in half? It's pretty much what's going to happen. So you'll see fewer, basically fewer shows, fewer movies, but the movies at least will be treated respectfully with with theatrical promotion. Is Comcast the least bad option? I mean, if you're a superhero fan, maybe. Maybe. I just the least bad the least actually the most ideal option is that nobody wants it, and they Discovery stuck with what they have. But that's not going to happen. WB, actually, they got bids for it last week. Now they've put a deadline of December 1st for them to, quote, sweeten the deal. Which I guess they figure that the bids they've gotten already not high enough, not interesting enough, not just insufficient. And so I think we're gonna, honestly, I think Paramount's gonna get this, which is fucking weird to me because they literally, Skydance just bought Paramount. Where are y'all getting this money from? Oh, I know. They're getting outside investment from Saudi Arabia. Oh, that can't be terrible that our media landscape is going to be, influenced and shaped by a foreign actor that, doesn't necessarily have the best interests of the United States in mind. I'm sure that can't be a problem. Why don't they just ask Putin and his oligarchs to help? If we're gonna be mask off about this, this terrible, terrible thing that's happening, just be mask off. Go get the worst people in the world to give you billions of dollars so that they can spew propaganda. Honestly, I think that's what's gonna happen, but I hate it. That's what I'm trying to say. I do not like it. So anyway, that's all the news. It's not terribly not terribly good news, unfortunately. So that being said, now this is the chill part of the stream today. I do have a bunch of discussion topics if people want to talk about them, but also we could, I think, especially because I don't think anybody's joined me yet, I think I'm going to play some Marvel Cosmic Invasion, which is coming out on December 1st. So let's see, what day is December 1st? It's coming out in 3 days. Coming out in 3 days. I'm super excited for this game, actually. I've played the demo many times. I feel like I understand. I feel like I understand something about it. I don't. Only thing is that bugs me about it is I don't know why I can't pre-order it yet. I it's weird. It says planned release date December 1st, but I would have bought it by now. It's very strange. But anyway, we do have Marvel Cosmic Invasion to play. Like I said, I might come in here and open one of these up and see what's going on in there. And I do have some discussion topics. Let me see. Let me look at them. Let's see. No, but definitely no Stranger Things because I still haven't watched it. Please don't talk about it. All right, so we do have some potential discussion topics. Let's see, Wicked's weird politics, which is I was debating on doing a video about it, and I'm not again debating it. I'm debating on doing a video about it. Will there ever be a cinematic universe that isn't the big two? I think that's a decent discussion topic. Do Marvel and DC give away too much with their trailers and first looks? Doing some fan casting for the MCU. The comic book movie Golden Age is over, and that's okay. Is Marvel dropping the ball by not having a line of MCU tie-in comics? I'll even say it's DC. Should they have tie-in comics? In fact, I think the actual question is, should there be an extended universe that actually affects the live action? Which probably is no, but I remember Marvel used to have tie-in comics that were official tie-in comics. I just don't. I think it's very hard to try to bring the comics and the movies together, and the only way I think you can really do it, besides making sure Feige and them or Gunn are 100% on board, is to do in between quills, if that makes sense. In other words, to tell stories between the movies and between the TV shows, between the episodes that work with the existing material, but don't actually force some continuity onto the MCU that later writers will not give a shit about. Because that's one of the problems with Star Wars. There's a ton of people don't like the sequel series. They don't like the sequel era. They really wanted them to adapt. They wanted Disney to adapt the Star Wars extended universe, the books that were published for 30 years, basically starting in the 90s, and there were some tie-in books in the 70s and 80s too, but mostly in the 90s and the early 2000s. There's an extended universe that had a whole continuity that it branched off significantly after Return of the Jedi, and then just did so many things. There's so many new characters, new bad guys, and some of it's good, some of it's alright. There's it's known by nerds. Now the problem they ran into is that Disney was like, okay, we don't give a shit about this. Off to the side, we're gonna do something else over here. And a lot of people, hell, even I was like, well, why would you do that? You got a whole bunch of books. But I think the idea of buying into that, trying to do that continuity, was daunting because it literally was 30 years of stuff, and some of it was not that good. And cool, we got some new, different characters. We don't necessarily want them. So you end up with, I think, a lot of anchors dragging you down, and a lot of ties that bind you and keep you from doing what you want. No, too much. That's what I'm trying to say. In the same way that the MCU, it does not it does not require itself to follow the comics exactly. Um, they kind of did that too, or they just, even the MCU outright ignores a lot of comic continuity, straight up ignores it. And that's fine because they need the freedom to tell the story they want to tell. That being said, it's it's a good idea in the sense that if you can capitalize on interest, cool. But it really is about the comic writers understanding that they are the least important contributors to the canon. And I mean least. So unimportant, in fact, that if they say something definitive, a writer later on can be like, nope. Writer for TV or writer for movies can be like, no, it's not real. And it's not real. But I will also say, I think they have missed an opportunity to really tell interesting stories within the context of the MCU. Because it's a universe, it's a setup. All right, tell a story. You don't have here's the other thing. You don't have to tell stories about Thor and Iron Man and Captain America. You can introduce other characters. You can introduce other heroes. You can introduce other villains. You can have like little interactions. You can expound on certain things. What happened in Budapest? Yeah. To me, we know, but we don't know. What was T'Challa's childhood like? That's like stuff like Eyes of Wakanda, things like that. And all you really gotta do is make sure that there's a there's a story, brain trust, I guess you will, that is in tune with what's happening in the MCU's story, the movies and TV shows and cartoons. Make sure they are in tune with what's going on there. They know what's happening, and then they can just communicate that with the comic writers and be like, don't step on these things. As long as you leave everything where it can continue to do this, tell whatever story you want. And I think that would be very cool. So far though, I think that maybe another problem is, where's the money in it? Comics are not exactly, gangbusters right now. Some of them are. There's a few. Most of them aren't. So I would love it. I would love some, or even some what if. Maybe that's the get out of jail free card. Do a what if comic series. What if the cartoon series is pretty much just a comics version of the MCU? So why not do it? I think it's a free a free idea, and you can just bring in people and you just kind of do it. They did the Kahori Shaper of Worlds comic, so you could do that too, I think. Let's see. What's another thing? Which superheroes we want to see in live action? It's a good question. I'm gonna go ahead and boot up. I'm gonna go ahead and boot up the Marvel Cosmic Invasion demo so I can talk and play at the same time. Which is a lot of talking. Ooh, I am not used to talking this much. You would think having a podcast, you do a ton of talking, but like actually talking for extended periods of time, nonstop, is very, very tough. So also, I'm gonna eat a little something. A little berry, pear cobbler I baked up. Really good. Let me see what's going on. And I guess everybody is out shopping. If y'all did any nerding on a budget, y'all let me know. I want to see what y'all got. Like I said, Amazon's actually got a pretty cool They got some pretty cool stuff going on. Big Bad Toy Store. I actually haven't. Oops. I don't know why it's not letting me come back. All right, here we go. Big Bad Toy Store is having a sale right now. I've actually taken advantage of some of the things. I'm trying to see. Let me see what they got going on today. They have Black Friday deals. Let's see if they got something really cool today. Don't care about that. Ooh, Star Wars: The Black Series, Lando Calrissian for $6.25. Might have to hook it up. That's actually really good. The DC Multiverse Aquaman Big Bad Toy Store, exclusive limited. It's a black and white accent edition for $9, 70% off. Look, I'm gonna debate that one. But that Lando, Return of the Jedi Lando is pretty cool. They also have the Empire Strikes Back one for $9.20. I don't know if I love that price, but I do like this Lando for $6.25. Regularly $25. That's pretty good. My pile of loot's getting huge. It's right now too. This Aquaman, it's you know what? I don't know that I love this one. Especially if it's not the Build-A-Figure. I don't think it's the Build-A-Figure. Let me see. Let me see what the box says. It is the gold label one though. Kind of like that. It can't be displayed though. I don't know, $9. That's I'm not sure if that's for me. But you know, check out Big Bad Toy Store. Check out Amazon. Check your local places. Might hook you up. Anyway, let's see about this game. Let me go back to my library. We're gonna play. I haven't really streamed a game on Discord before, but we gonna see. Share your screen. Where are we at? I was gonna have us watch the the fuck is it called, the Guardians special, but what the hell is this? Let me see. Share your screen. No. The heck, is it all the way at the bottom? Where is this? Oh, Chrome tab. There we go. That's the one I wanted to share. Okay. So I'm going to put this up. There we go. We're going to play some Marvel. Let's see. There we go. So y'all see how weak my game is. I'm actually okay at this game. Nah, I have not. Honestly, I've not played this in. Oof, it's been a while. I think it's been probably like 3 weeks, like 3 or 4 weeks. But I'm really looking forward to this. Who have I like playing with so far? I love playing with She-Hulk.
It's easy being green.
Not really Nova. I like Storm. fighty. I don't really love playing with. I do like playing with Five-O-Bill.
Protector of the universe.
Perfect cover for a bank job.
Don't need the old spider sense to figure out there's trouble downtown.
Watch out, these bugs have been sent by Annihilus himself.
I love her dive kick. I also love that she can do that. Her dive kick's really cool. And she can grab people out of the air. That's a fun thing. So there's like the ideas in here are pretty sound. Cause she can grab people out there.
Come on
Like
down.
that. There's a cool combos that you can put in here. Oh. Like let me see if I can shoot.
Gotcha.
Like shit like that. You can like the dive kick. So you got the dive kick, like oh, nice.
Denied.
I do love her dive kick. Now I need to actually, I always forget. There's the tag ends. God damn. And she has a dive kick,
Is this the
obviously.
best you got?
Also, damn, they're kicking my ass though.
Ready to fight back.
I don't think there's any infinite, but I think you can do. Let me see. Damn. Ooh, and that.
Energy's low.
Chase? Whoa.
Damn. Let's go. Yeah, I think one of the ways to actually be good at this
Hey, come on! There's enough dough to go around for everyone!
is to there's specific ways you can there's specific ways you can tag in.
Gotcha.
Oh my lord.
Ground food. A classic.
Ooh, they're kicking my ass. Damn. Ah! So the trick here is to get behind these guys. And as you can see, I'm doing a shit job of it. Get your ass over here.
My sword is mightier.
you got it. So you got a little ability. Oh, are you serious?
I gotta get away from these freaks.
So you got a little
Why are
bit
they
of
chasing
ability
Beetle?
to sort
What,
of
the name of his tailor?
juggle
Troopers
people.
think he's one of them, betraying the hive mind.
No. Beetle's a crook. We have to help him.
Strike swipe.
Let's see. Oh,
Ground food. A classic.
all right. What we gonna do? Oh, are you serious? Get out of here. Who needs more help?
Ground food. A classic.
Are you serious? All right. Get out of here.
Gotcha.
Oh, there we go. Got him. That's why I love She-Hulk. She get the little air grab is no joke.
Oh, come on. You can have my share of the loot. No, don't, please. Life threatens. All will fall for Annihilus.
Get your ass out of here. Okay, really?
Life threatens.
Never thought I'd miss that
Oh, that was
sparkling Beetle repartee.
that was actually dope. Oh, are you serious? What am I? Fuck you. Okay.
Denied.
Oh, are you serious?
Sword flash.
Could use some quantum backup.
Ugh. Slam them, She-Hulk.
Got him. Oh. I don't know why this is not playing. It says it says your stream is still running. Let me see. I don't understand why. Is it not showing? Pause this to save my resources. I don't want you to do that. Let me play the game. More options. Show my screen share. Well. I hate that it paused it because I would actually like to, I don't know, play the game on stream. So, let me see. Let me see if there's a reason why it's doing this. Let's see. Cosmic invasion. Dang. I don't actually see a way to make it stop doing that. Interesting. It's my first time trying to stream a game on Discord, so I wonder if there's a way to fix that. Let me see. Nope, it says change stream, cancel. I shared that, but if I'm away from it for some reason, it doesn't let you continue to see it. Not sure what to do about that. It's unfortunate. Well, shoot. I'm actually not sure what to do about this because I would like for y'all to see me play the game. Let's see. And if I make nope, it still says pause this preview to save your resources. Interesting. Well, I guess I got to learn how to do this another time. That's unfortunate. I was having fun there. Because I mean, I think I know what I know what I can do. I can just go into OBS and change this instead of sharing my screen on here. Instead of sharing my screen here, I can go into OBS and do a all right, and then do a properties. And there we are. We'll move us over here. All right, cool. Okay. Now on the YouTube stream, you should see me playing a video game. If you're on, if you're on Discord, you just don't see this. That's fine. So anyway, let's play. I missed all of the cool stuff where I was kicking ass.
I gotta change my costume.
MODOK was captured by S.H.I.E.L.D., but AIM is now breaking him out as part of a pact with the invaders.
Even the powers from beyond the stars recognize the size of MODOK's intelligence.
How did I miss him? Nice. Please. Ah! That's now see, almost had a double basket. I didn't realize she's invincible during that move. That's cool. So she's actually invincible doing that move.
Come on down.
Ooh, oh bitch.
Case closed.
Bam. That's so cheap though.
Gotcha.
Killed myself.
Ground food. A classic.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I love that. Get your ass! Oh man, I almost got us.
Come on down.
That's so cheap though. So you could grab them out. You could grab them out of the air. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there. Get your ass in the hole. Oh, damn. I pressed the button. That's so cheap, though. Get your ass out of here. Oh, are you serious? Oh, I killed myself.
Is this the best you've got?
Oh, are you serious?
Modok must have reached the helicarrier's deck by now. We have to catch him before he can join up with the bugs.
Oh, are you serious? I forgot Violet Bell has this. She has a cool and it's invincible too, apparently. Ooh, shit. Oh, are you serious? Really?
Shining star. My sword is mightier. Your strength is sensational.
Ooh, I got. Are you serious?
It's not full enough.
Ooh, they're kind of kicking my ass. I ain't gonna lie. Okay.
Fully focused. Ground food. A classic. 25 hit combo string. Neat.
Get out of here. Let's go.
Denied.
Get him. Oh, are you serious? Okay, we doing this, huh?
Catch these hands.
Got him. Easy work. Let's go. Well, I cannot wait till this full game comes out.
Sledgehammer! Swing that blade, kid!
Ready to fight back.
Let's go. Let's go.
Strike swipe. Sword flash. Energy's low.
Case closed. Ha! Gotcha!
Get your ass out of here. Are you serious? Oh, seriously? Get your ass out of here. All right. Get your ass out of here.
Come on
There.
down!
Ugh. Ah, what am I doing?
Ground food! A classic!
Return me to my proper size, you masked miscreant!
That's the Bug's problem now.
Helping alien invaders, masters? Thought better of you.
You shouldn't be, Ed. Beekeepers are bugs, their money's still green.
Gotcha!
Get your ass out.
Show them what you're made of, Phyla!
Oh, that's what we're doing? Okay. What's up? Oh, okay. That's what we. Oh, we doing that now?
Energy's low. Twin blades.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Slammer!
Oh shit. Oh shit, okay. Oh, that's how we doing?
Gotcha.
Oh, that's what we doing today? Okay. Okay, okay.
I rest my case.
Oh man, that was good. That's my favorite team right there, for real though. Like I love
Ready for some
She-Hulk.
special moves.
It's on the wish list. Can't I buy it? Is this shit coming out on the 1st? That game is really fun. I really freaking enjoy that game. Whew, should we play another round? You know what? Actually, let's see this. That's a good time. I'm actually really looking forward to playing that in a couple days. I find time for it. So much going on right now in the nerd space. I know we're coming up on the end of the year, so we got to get ready to talk about. We got to get ready to talk about the next. We got to get ready to talk about the next year's new things. We got to talk about what was good this year. There's a lot of stuff. Me and Polly are coming up with our list of things that are our favorites for the year and what we're looking forward to next year. We know that Wonder Man is coming up at the end of January. That's a big deal. They haven't shown a ton about that. I mean, yeah, we got a trailer, some sneak peeks, but nothing really. We haven't seen them do any superhero shit. It's been mostly about an actor. So I'm still interested to see like a more definitive trailer than the ones we've seen. And then of course I think the next movie we don't get another movie until summer, like the May or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's. Let me look at my list. Yeah. Oh yeah, we don't get any. We get Wonder Man in January, and then we don't get another superhero related show until March. So January you get Daredevil Born Again season 2 in March. Invincible season 4 is in March. Those are only confirmed things, but actual movies. Supergirl is in June. Spider-Man is in July. Clayface in September, and then Doomsday is in December. So it's a pretty lean year as far as superhero movies are concerned. TV there's a lot. Let's say Wonder Man, The Boys, sometime in the summer, I think. Lanterns, which I think was pushed back to late summer. Vision Quest, I think end of the year. Punisher TV special, the special Marvel special presentation. So there's a lot of stuff I think going on. But it's like later parts of the year. And we get X-Men 97 season 2 and Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man season 2 also. Not sure exactly when. They haven't given those firm dates. A lot to look forward to next year. We're going to talk about the ones we're most looking forward to, and also the best things of 2025, which was a surprisingly strong year actually for comic book stuff. Not a ton of stuff like we've seen in previous years. I don't think the years of 6 to 8 comic book movies, depending on who's putting it out, and then like TV shows, I don't think we're going to get back to that. I do think we're going to see TV be a little bit more dominant in terms of how much they're putting out, just because the cost is different and distribution different. But we'll see. 2027, I haven't locked in the movies just yet, besides Secret Wars. So we don't really know what's going on there, but we'll see. Beyond that, don't have too much else. This is just like I said, nerd and chill stream where I actually did want to let me see. Got all this stuff. figured I'd unbox one of these games, see what I bought for 13 bucks. Very cool. Like I said, I love the art. It's the Spider-Geddon one. Really like the art on this. I want to see what the hell is in this. I don't have to be so ginger with this because I don't actually care about the display aspect of it. That's why I usually, like, I don't unbox my action figures because I really like the display aspect of them. And I mean, I know some people just like to pull them out and you know, pose them. I don't care as much about that. I like the whole pristine in the box situation. It's more aesthetically pleasing to me. Even though I do have some back there that are posed. That's mainly because I don't have good display boxes for them, so I just take them out of there. Like if they don't have the plastic that lets you see through to the figure, I don't even bother with it. I take it straight out. This thing does not want to come. This thing does not want to let go. I'm trying to get this box open. Okay, there we go. So, got the box open of this. What's in this? I don't know. Free Come On CMON content. I'll check that out. So we come with the rule book, the Marvel United rule book. It's very thin. It's probably only about 20 pages, about 20 pages worth. So I'm gonna assume that this is not super difficult to learn how to play. I hope. Then we come in with, wow, okay, a couple of cardboard pages of tokens for the gameplay tokens right there. Cool. I do like this little plastic display. It's not display, but you know what I mean. Trying to keep everything set. This is like, I guess if you want to put it back in, this will get everything in the right place. Which, yeah, okay. So these are a bunch of other like gameplay cards. Then what is this? I'm not sure what these are. These are maybe, oh, these are character cards. So you see like Moreland and Spider-Man. So these are, you know, character cards. Villains and whatnot. I guess they match up. I think they match up to the things we have in here. Yes. Yeah, so these are, so what these do is they basically go with these little miniatures. Then you have a bunch of, you know, deck of cards here. Another deck of, like, good night. They got a shit ton of cardboard here. Like a bunch of cards here. Some other little, I think it's only, yeah, it's like 10 or so other little cards. Battle plan cards or whatever. And then I think these are character cards. A deck of character cards. What I kind of like, though, I mean, I sort of wish these were painted rather than just straight plastic, but you get like these little icon or these little tokens, character tokens, kind of cool looking. Some villains, so you know, Moreland, you know, you got got Spot. Let's see. Oh, if I can get my camera to focus, there we go. So Spot. And yeah, they're pretty cool looking. Look, they're cool looking things. Now of course you got like Penny Parker, and I can get it back in there. Spider-Man War. Which, by the way, that's one of the ones I forgot to mention. Spider-Man War is one of the things that is coming out this coming year, too. Very interesting. I kind of like, if for no other reason, I might just stick these on my desk just because they're cool. The Spider-Punk. Dope. I'm going to study these. Look, I'm going to look into these rules or whatever and how to play this game. And, like, I'll report back. Like I said, I've heard it's pretty easy to get into. We're going to see. If I can put this damn thing back there. All right. That's the Spider-Geddon one. And I'm sure the X-Men one is very similar. Anyway, so I don't really have too much else. It's just a little easy stream. Polly should be back next week. We're going to do the Supercast again as we get ready for the holiday, the Christmas holidays and the end of the year. And we're just going to, see if there's any more news about things. Maybe they'll tell us who Sadie Sink is in Spider-Man. That would be nice. All that being said, I don't have anything else. So, I've been Mo, your comic extraordinaire on all things pop culture. Go read some comics, watch some TV shows, nerd out, enjoy the end of this holiday. Let's get ready for Christmas. This should be a fun time, I think. And until next time, I've been Mo, your comic extraordinaire on all things pop culture. I'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.